if you can remember. So if you have any doubts in this slide, please let me know. So can you remember that the major areas that we need to consider during the patch management? So what are the major areas? So one is the solution standardization. Solution standardization. So what do you mean by the solution standardization? We have to standardize the solution based on the different customers, based on the requirement of the different customers. Then we have tools integration. We have to integrate the multiple tools so that there should not be any compatibility issue during the patch management. Then we have to go for the tool automation. Otherwise, if you depend on the manual intervention during the patch management, so the man's duty gets changed. So in between the duty changes, if any patch management occurs, then the synchronization will create a huge problem. And last but not the least is that our health checking after the patch management. So if we find out that the health checking is not up to that mark, so that case also it will create a problem. So I believe this one is clear to you. Please write it in the chat box if it is clear. If it is not clear, please write 0. And after that, I will start asking you question. So I am waiting to see your response in the chat box. 0, it is not clear. So Himanshu, tell me. So which part is not clear? And what about the other response?
Sir, tool automation, scalability, ये सब.
ये clear नहीं है. Okay. What about the others? Please write down in the chat box. Solution standardization. So the solution for the patch management system. Patch management system means what? So it's basically an update that is required to protect your system from different vulnerabilities. Now, protect your system means whose systems? The customer systems. Now, how many customers are there? There are innumerable numbers of customers are there. And each of the customers are using different types of hardwares. So one vulnerability that is applicable for a customer may not be applicable for other customers who is using the other type of hardware. So based on a single vulnerabilities, we cannot go for the patch management. Means that customer A, he is using one type of hardware X. Now his system goes for the vulnerabilities, right? He requires the patch management. Whereas customer B is using the hardware Y, he may not be required that vulnerability or patch management system. Now, अगर patch management system मुझे बनाना है, patch update करना है, तो I have to do it for everybody. So that is why what they are telling that we have to make one standardized solution for the patch management, which will be applicable and which will cater all customers' requests. How it can be done? Because for this customer, I don't require patch management. Customer B, I don't require patch management. But customer A, do I require patch management? Student, in this scenario, for customer B,
no, sir.
Patch management? No. So in this case, what they will do that whenever you will click the patch management, the patch management software will call an API. It will check the system's health first. Now, if they find out that the system health is good, they will not go for the patch management. If they find out the system health is not good, then they will immediately update the patch. So this is called the solution standardization. Means that I will go for one solution which will be applicable for everybody, which will cater everybody's need. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए patch management will fix a bad system to good at the same time a good system to bad. Okay, so it should be a standardized solution. Now the solution standardization is clear to you. If it is clear, please write 1. If it is not clear, please write 0. Great. Now next is the tools integration. Now whenever I go for the patch management, there are different types of patch management there. One is called OS patch management. OS patch management. Then application patch management. Middleware patch management. Or backend patch management. So OS means Windows, Ubuntu, then Mac OS. Application means it may be your PHP, or it may be your Java IDE, all those. Middleware means, so in between whatever middleware applications we are using, like Bootstrap or any other IDE like Eclipse. So these are the middleware. Now the backend, it will come the Oracle database, or it may come SQL Server database or MySQL database. So this will comes under this backend. So each of the systems may require the patch management. Now, if I do a patch management for the OS, then I will find out that my application management is not working, or middleware is not working, or backend is not working. Then if I do the OS patch management, then it will, instead of doing good for the system, it is ultimately doing bad for the system, right? Or if I do the application management, then I'll find out that my middleware or the backend or the OS is not working. So tool integration means I need to check the compatibility of each of the tool with each other. Means that whenever I will install the OS, I need to check that whether this application is compatible or not, with this middleware is compatible or not, if this backend is compatible or not. Now, then I can say that my application middleware backends are working in a stable manner in my operating system. Now, if I go for the OS patch management, if I find out that after this OS patch management, my application and middleware or backend, any one of them is not working, so that case, simultaneously, I have to do the patch management for the application, so that that application should be compatible with my operating system. Or my middleware, I should do the patch management for the middleware, so that my middleware also become compatible with my operating system. That is called tool integration. Means that all tools must be integrated with each other and in a compatible manner, in such a way, if I do a patch management in any one of the applications, then it should work fine with the others also. Is this clear, student? Student, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Great. So please write one if all of you have understood this tool integration, or write 0 if you need explanation. If you it is required another explanation. Okay, next is the tool automation, scalability, and multi-platform support. Now, tool automation means what? When the patch management is required, whenever we will find out that for any one of the execution, it finds out that it is not working properly. So there is some vulnerabilities coming. So that time immediately it will notify it to your application management and also the change management that the vulnerability appears. Now immediately you have to take action that against this vulnerability, whether I should go for patch management or not. Now, who will send this notification? Vendor. आप लोगों ने देखा ना patch management workflow में, the vendor is sending the first notification. Now, vendor means he is a person or an employee. Now, if I deploy an employee within my organization, employee duty is 8 hours, right? Now, suppose one employee duty is from 8 AM to 4 PM. Now his duty ends that time 4 PM to 4 PM to 12 AM. Another person will take his place, and after 12 AM to 8 AM, another person will take his place to do the duty. Means that I cannot deploy any people more than 8 hours. So if I have to go for the scrutinizing the vulnerability of the system or the health of the systems, so in a 24/7 manner, I have to deploy 3 people. Right? Now, if the vulnerability happens whenever during the shifting of the duty, that is at 4 p.m., one person is leaving, another person is entering. So by this time, if any vulnerability happens, I need to check that whether and at which place is vulnerability is there and what type of patch management I need to do. So he is doing the synchronization. By this time, his duty ends and the another person comes. Now that person will take over from whatever he has left out, right? Now, will that synchronization happens 100%? If the new person comes, it cannot be done in a proper manner. So that is why what they're telling that if any vulnerability happens, I need to monitor those vulnerabilities. The man-made or which is to be done in a manual driven process, so which is not going to work properly. So what we have to do? We have to do an automated process. So we have to go for an automation, tool automation, which will monitor the system's health vulnerability and also initiate the patch management process. And if we do this tool automation, then if the system also gets scalable, then there will also there should not be any problem, and it will go on. There will be no issue for that. Is this clear, student? Tool automation, scalability, and multi-platform support. Or shall I explain it again? And even the cost also. So if I go for the manual driven process, the cost will also increases manifold. Tool automation is clear, student? Or do I need to explain it again?
Yes, sir.
Please write one if it is clear to everybody. Okay, fine. So next is my eager patchy testing and lazy health checking. Means that if I during the post deployment, so one of the problem is that I need to check that after the patch management whether my system is working fine or not. If my system is not working fine, that case I have to roll back to my systems to the stable version, because always I require a stable version to work on it, right? Now to minimize the post deployment problem, so we need to, the patches should be thoroughly tested before automated. So before going for the patching, I need to thoroughly test the entire system, that what type of problem may comes after the post patching job is done. So for that, we need to do the eager patch testing. So before the automation of patching. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basic thing is that what are the things? One is solution standardization. I have to standardize the solution. Tool integration for making it compatible with the other patch management process also. Tool automation, scalability, and multi-platform support. Next is the eager patch testing and lazy health checking. Next is my standardized patch management services. So what are the different types of patch management services are there? Like that, if the patch management comes with that, it will also come that what type of patch it is. It is a critical patch. Critical patch means you have to do the patch update. Otherwise, your system may crash at any moment. Or it may be low or medium severity patch. So it is not that much of risk. Or different based on this, they make it either red mark they make it either red mark or either yellow mark or either green mark. So if it is a red mark, then it is critical. If it is yellow, then it is medium. If it is green, then it is low. So based on your marking, you can identify that whether I need to do it in an emergency basis. Sometimes what happens that the patch or updates notification comes to you, but you are not doing that update. because आपको लगता है कि ये अगर नहीं करेंगे फिर भी चलेगा. So let us wait for few times. But sometimes what happens that if you do not do the updates, then immediately your system may get crashed down at any moment. Got it? Clear, student?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now for the virtual machine, this is two types of patch management I'm talking about. This is basically application patch management, applicable for application patch management, middleware patch management, and backend patch management. This is for application, middleware, and backend patch management. Okay, but for the virtual machine, means that for the OS patch management, what they do that they do the staged patching. Means that they divide the entire patching system into multiple number of stage. First, they do the first stage patching. If it works fine and the system gets stable, then they will go for the next phase patching. If it works fine, then they will go for the next phase patching. And after the next phase patching, they will wait for 2-3 days. Then they will check that whether the customers are giving any complaint or not, or the system is getting crashed or not. If it is there, then they will go for fourth stage patching. And after that, they will go for fifth stage. Like this, they will divide the patches into different versions. That is why you'll find out that the first version, it will be termed as version 1.2.11. Next one is version 1.2.12, then 1.2.13, like this. So that is why you'll find out that आप लोगों को कभी-कभी लगता है ना विंडोज का ये पैचिंग और अपडेट्स रेगुलर क्यों आता है, एक बार में क्यों नहीं करते वो लोग. Have you seen the daily तुम्हारे लिए कुछ ना कुछ अपडेट लेके आता है विंडोज.
Yes, sir.
Why it is so? Because they want to do it phase wise. अगर तुम नहीं करना चाहते हो, then after 1 week or 1 month, they will do it forcibly, compiling all the patches. वो forcibly तुम्हारा patch start कर देगा. So better to make your system stable. Whenever Windows call for the patches, patch update, do that patch update. Don't go for the forced patch update. In that case, your system get crashed because huge amount of changes will be there. It will be very difficult to identify the changes. Okay, so the standardized solution for the patch management is that the solution should be such that which is as per the policy agreement built between the customers and the vendor, so that during the contract time, so they are giving all kinds of services to this patch management, or it should be general enough that it can capture the customer's requirement, as well as sometimes if any customers have any specific requirement, they can also be able to cater that requirement. Your patch management system should be such that, so that I can say that my patch management is very stable. Okay, and even it should be done in an automated process. If the customers need changes, then it can be done automatically also. So this is the basics of the patch management system in cloud, and what should be the standardized patch management system, as well as what are the different aspects that I need to consider during my patch management. Now I am showing you one example of Google patch management system, Google Cloud patch management system. So Google Cloud OS patch management. It's a basically white paper. So how the patch management system is being done in Google Cloud. So it has two components. One is the patch compliance reporting, and another is the patch deployment. So patch compliance reporting is quite in our patch workflow, patch management workflow. What are the three components of our patch management workflow? Can you tell me? What are the major
Patch notification, patch
patch?
scheduling,
Yes, patch notification.
deployment process,
Then patch
patch
initiation.
scheduling,
Patch initiation. Then, oh sorry, patch scheduling. I'm sorry, patch scheduling. Then
patch deployment process.
patch deployment process. So, but in case of Windows, Google Cloud Patch Management System, they have two. One is the patch compliance reporting, which is the combination of patch notification and patch scheduling. Another is your patch deployment. Correct. So next thing is your, what are the benefits that you know that, but the most important part is that in case of Windows, so it has two parts. One is called the OS, actually they must run two API. One is called the OS config API. You may write it down. Another is the OS config agent. So OS config API services enables the patch management in your environment, where OS config agent updates the start the update mechanism. Means that OS config API will start your patch initiation process. OS config API will start patch initiation or patch notification. Patch notification and patch scheduling. Okay, and OS config agent will do your patch deployment. Clear? Is it clear, student? OS config API
Yes, sir.
and OS config agent. Okay. Now for the patch update within Windows Google Cloud, not only in Google Cloud, in the case of AWS Cloud or wherever you go, the command instruction for Red Hat Linux, it is yum update. So हम लोग करते हैं ना sudo yum update or update. So whatever it may be. Or for the Debian or Ubuntu, we do the apt update. So sudo apt get update. हम लोग करते हैं ना command. Can you remember? Sudo apt get update. In case of our Linux system, or for the SUSE Linux, we have to give the command zipper update. So we have to, whenever you write that one, so immediately your OS config agent will get invoked. Whenever you write sudo apt-get update or you write the yum update or zipper update, then immediately your OS config agent will get invoked, and it will call your apt or the here it is apt. In case of your Ubuntu, it is apt. In case of your Red Hat Linux, it is yum. Or in case of your SUSE Linux, it is zipper. So they will call that particular API, which will connect with your source update in your source system. That means they will connect to the Red Hat Linux patch update process, and they will download the patch update and they will start the update in their own system. Or if you write that sudo apt-get update in case of your Debian or Ubuntu, so they will invoke the apt API, which will connect with the patch resources in your Debian or Ubuntu system. So in this way, your update system works. So here it is written like this only. The OS config agent runs the patching on each VM by using the patch management tool that is available in each distribution. Example, Ubuntu VM uses the apt utility tool, and the utility tool retrieves the updates or patches from the distribution sources for operating system. As patching proceeds, the OS config agent reports the process of the patch update. Is this clear, student? Shall I repeat it again?